But we begin today with the Patriots' response to the underinflated footballs. This morning, Bill Belichick said he had no knowledge of anything with the game balls, and he was, quote, shocked at the accusation, and this was all new to him. And just over an hour ago, Brady gave his story.
I have no knowledge of anything. I have no knowledge of any wrongdoing of any.
Nobody did anything wrong.
Yeah, I'm very comfortable saying that. I'm very comfortable saying that nobody did it. As far as I know, I don't know everything. I also understand that I, was in a locker room preparing for a game for 5 hours. I don't know what happened over the course of the process with the footballs. I was preparing for my own job and doing what I needed to do.
Wilbon, you watched them. I watched them. Do you believe them?
Tony, it's interesting. When I watched Belichick this morning, and there's no reason to listen to anything Bill Belichick has to say publicly, because he's not saying anything. I actually found him sort of credible. But in total, when you take Belichick and Brady, the day-night doubleheader that has just, captured the attention of the nation, they have a credibility problem, the Patriots do, as a whole. I mean, individually, I don't know. I mean, you can take them at their word on some level. I don't want to sit here and say, oh, he's a liar. But the Patriots have a credibility problem. It's going to be some assistant equipment manager that winds up taking the fall while the NFL fiddles, before the Super Bowl. That's what's going to happen.
I agree with that. And I know I asked myself after I watched each of them, do I believe them? And certainly I believe Belichick. And in fact, I was stunned that Belichick revealed those state secrets about how he tries to make the ball terribly slick, terribly overinflated, to make sure that during the game it's even better.
I like that part.
And I believe that, but I also asked myself, Tony, do you remember when you believed every word that Ryan Braun said and you would have marched into hell with Ryan Braun and it turned out he lied? Do you remember how you believed Lance Armstrong and it turned out that he lied? So I think where we are right now is this. Belichick clearly this morning threw Brady over the side. And Brady clearly this afternoon threw somebody like an equipment manager over the side.
Yeah.
So there's going to be the theory of the rogue equipment manager who does this on his own. Because what Brady said was, I touch the footballs, I like them, I'm ready to go. At some point, somebody makes the footballs that Brady likes.
Tony,
right? That's
this is 100 times worse than Peyton Manning throwing some poor scoreboard operator under the bus. It's a million times worse. I don't know who did what. And, it's interesting, Tony, I'm sure we'll get to this. The investigators, the real tough NFL investigators, haven't even talked to Tom Brady yet, apparently. But they just stand there and they just say, nothing happened. But having said all that, Tony, the reaction to it is so over the top. The nation's preoccupation
with the
underinflated ball.
No, I don't think it's over the top. I know it's about ball pressure. It's not over the top because it shows you what the NFL means to this country, that this is carried live all over the country all the time. And so I'm amazed at the legs of it. I'm sure it embarrasses the NFL, but they ought to be happy because it shows how popular they are. Tom Brady said, I didn't alter the ball in any way. Well, okay, so who did?
Who did?
Who did? And somebody who did who dat. Somebody's going to come forward, and he's going to fall on a sword.
I don't know, Tony. Our friend Peter King is even reporting that absent that concrete proof that somebody with the Patriots ordered that air be taken out of the football, and I think we can now say that's not coming today, the NFL could defer ruling on Deflategate until after the Super Bowl. Tony, as you can imagine, I am not the least bit surprised. Are you okay with this?
No, I'm not. And I could cavalierly say that justice delayed is justice denied. But what I'm going to say is we all know that something went on there with those footballs because the Indianapolis Colts footballs were not underinflated. Something happened, and now we talk to institutional control. And now this is where the Patriots have to pay a price because, and here's another buzzword, the optics of it demand it. The next game is a Super Bowl. If you're going to fine somebody, announce a fine. If you're going to take a draft choice, announce a draft choice. This is not Ray Rice. This is not Adrian Peterson. This is a simple rules violation. You announce something, and you don't need 6 months, and you don't need Robert Mueller. You announce something now. If later on you find that you can implicate directly Tom Brady or Bill Belichick, you do something later on. But you cannot let this go without any even small punishment, Mike, you can't.
Tony, here's the problem. Didn't Roger Goodell say before throwing Sean Payton out of the league for a year that ignorance of the rules is not an excuse?
Yes.
Did he not say that?
Yes, he did. Sure he did.
Okay, so once again, we are back to the point where the commissioner appears. He is the incompetent commissioner on these particular issues, again, as far as I'm concerned, has painted himself in a box where he suspended one coach for a year for not knowing the rule. Well, Belichick stood up there and said, I don't even know. I don't even know about the chain of command. I never concerned myself with it.
Right.
So you mean to tell me that ignorance is okay, but a coach who is less in favor...
Wait. Are you asking me? I just said that there should be punishment,
but
and
my
it should
point
start now.
But my point, Tony, is Goodell, since then, he's all over the place. What gives you any confidence that he can rule, that he can make a ruling by Sunday? You believe that? Because I don't believe that.
We're 9 days out, and I think you have to do something precisely because of what we were talking about before, that this story is
It's
all
hijacked the game.
over America.
It has, yeah.
So, yeah.